Hello, I'm Jeremy, and today I'm going to show you a nice party game by the name of Leglos. This is a game in which players are going to be using a series of small wooden shapes, just a series of sticks and discs and so on, to depict images that other players will be trying to guess. The game is published by Zoc, and it has English rules in it. The game is, I believe, available in America. And it plays in about 30 minutes for 3 to 6 players, ages 8 and up. I'll take a moment to show you the rules of the game, and I'll come back and give you my impressions on it. Okay, so here I've set out the components for Leglos. You're going to get a number of these tiles. I think there are 92 that come with it, and you are going to lay out 16 of those on this grid, which is numbered. You see each picture has a number, and as you're going to do that, you're going to say what each picture represents to the other players. So, for example, you might say snake, gnome, vampire, and so on. Then you're also going to have a score sheet with cubes. Each player is going to get a set of cubes. The score track goes up to 45. When a player hits 45, they will be the winner. And the way each round is going to unfold is that one person is going to be playing the artist. The other players are going to guess. They will flip the sand timer over, and then in secret they're going to flip over this stack of tiles, the first one, that shows a number, which corresponds to one of these pictures. And I have 14 here, so let's say I try to make this snake. So I might go like this, and then put one of these here, and maybe somebody would guess telescope when I did that. If they were incorrect, you would just say no, and then if they were incorrect, they would not be able to guess. Each player is just going to get one guess per drawing that you're going to be doing, or per sculpture, I suppose, that you're going to be doing. So maybe by the time I did this, somebody might guess snake. And let's say it was the pink player, I would say yes, snake, and then they would put their cube on there to mark that they got that right. As long as I still have time left on the timer, I will flip up the next token. Now I have an elephant, and I would begin to assemble that. Any pieces that I used to assemble that snake will go out of the game or out of the round, and I'm left with what I still have left from my initial starting pile. So as the time begins to dwindle, your starting pile of tokens will be used up as you use them to depict these various pictures. And when either you run out of these tokens here or you run out of time, then the round will end. You will look at how many cubes are on the board. You'll get 1 point for each cube that's on the board of any color as the artist, and then every player gets 1 point for one of their cubes on the board. Then the next round, the next player will be the artist, and so on, and the process will just repeat until somebody hits 45 points. There's also a slightly advanced variant in the game where you're going to use this thing that has 17, 18, 19, and 20. You'll just put that next to the normal board, and you would put 4 additional pictures there, making it somewhat harder for the people who are trying to guess what the artist is creating to guess correctly. Again, that is going to not change the number of rounds, which will just go until somebody gets 45 points. And that is how you play Leglos. Okay, so that is Leglos. I think that's a terrific party game for either kids or people who just like lighthearted party games. I haven't seen much hype for this game at all. It came out in 2014, and I've played it several times with friends, and it's always gone over pretty well. But somehow it hasn't caught on like some more popular party games, such as Dixit and so on. Part of that might be because it is a little bit gimmicky in nature. Obviously, it's with only 92 tiles in the box. There's only so many times you're going to want to play it, and to be frank, since the game lasts about 30 minutes, I don't think you would want it to go much further than that. It does also cap out at 6, which is sort of a low number for a party-style game. Other than that, though, it's really a creative game. It's interesting how you have this weird economy of the pieces that you're going to be using, since you can't carry them over from picture to picture that you're creating. You want to be as efficient as possible, especially in using those small discs, because you have very few of those. At the same time, you're working against the constraint that each player can only guess once, and you're working against the constraint of time, of course. I did not mention, I believe, in the rules explanation that you have the option to pass if you flip up a tile that you don't want to create. So that does take off some of the pressure that you feel in some party games to be, super creative on the spot. If you're not comfortable with it as the artist, you just say pass and move on to the next one. So overall, this is a really terrific game. I would encourage you to try it at least once. This is Leglos, and thank you for watching.